Blog Talk Radio.
But we are making a stand, and we're waking everybody up that 9/11 was an inside job. And you are the minority. You are the cowards who don't know the truth. You're the people that serve this evil system. You're the people that serve a system that hurts innocent men, women, and children, not just Iraqis, not just Afghans, not just Africans.
It looks like the Sand people did this all right. Look, the Scaffy, sticks, panther tracks. It's just, I've never heard of them hitting anything this big before.
They didn't, but we are meant to think they did. These tracks are side by side. Sand people always ride single file to hide their numbers.
These are the same Jawas that sold us our 2 and 3 PO.
And these blast points, too accurate for sand people. Only Imperial stormtroopers are so precise.
But why would Imperial troops want to slaughter Jawas? If they placed the robots here, then they have learned who they sold them to, and that would lead them back home.
Oh, wait, Luke! It's too dangerous!
You know this life to pass away. Well, life presents a possibility each and every day. I heard a calling that was right for me. I prayed for strength for what's ahead of me.
Fear of life, then they pass to the dark side. Death is a natural part of life. Rejoice for those around you who transform into the Force.
Sun rose high and burnt the night away.
Police. I'll be contacting them. And then also, let's call some Walmarts here. I want to find out what's up with this seed thing, you know? So let's talk about 5G here real quick, and we'll do this. It's going to take a few minutes, line up the calls, and then we'll open up the show for everybody. 657-383-0616.
5G, Q, and the 3 days of darkness. Is it real, or is it a psyop?
Right, so we have a tree here. Not a very good looking tree. Ball of bark's falling off. All on the left hand side. Look on the left hand side of that tree. Look on the right hand side. That's alright. Yeah. Right, well look at the right hand side of the tree. Look at the flowers. Look at the bushes. Look at the green bushes. Yeah.
Since the time we were born, we're taught to trust those we know. To trust those that have treated us well, that have loved us. Ronald Reagan said, you can trust people, but you need to verify. Well, think about this analogy. If you were going to jump off a diving board, but the water was all murky, and you couldn't see what was in it, would you do it? Would you jump off some rocks by a lake if you couldn't see what was in the water? No. But it was crystal clear, and you saw that it was deep and clean, you would. I've been on air 26 years. I started out on Access Television. I got a little radio show. It got syndicated. I started InfoWars. And viewers and listeners have a very detailed breakdown of where I came from and where I'm going, and what I promote and what I support. But the Q movement is like 5G. You can't see it. You don't know where it's coming from. It's like murky water. And early on, I didn't know what to think of the Q movement till I met some of the people in U.S. intelligence and who worked for the Trump campaign who had separately gone on 4chan and done it themselves after I got sued and attacked for exposing Pizzagate and real satanic rituals and Aleister Crowley rituals. That happened in 2016. They came after me the next year. Good patriots in the government knew about it. They wanted a way to bring all that out. And they knew that when you just document something and show the proof, people don't care. But if you make it an Easter egg hunt, if you make it like a mystery, like a clue game, that people get into it. And so I knew the folks that started Q early on, a major Trump campaign official, a member of U.S. intelligence with one of the 4 branches of the military. And I knew what they'd done with the aid of some top hackers. And I hoped the project would be successful. I wasn't given all the details. But then I watched the very people that set it up. Within months, it was taken away from them. It was hijacked by disinformation and turned against them. So now we've seen the Hoover Dam attacked. We've seen a guy ram the train through trying to attack the ship. Now, I want to be clear right now. I don't think many of the people involved promoting this are bad. I don't think you're bad who are believers in Q. But we're the ones 20 plus years ago that exposed the globalist pedophile rings. We're the ones that exposed the New World Order on record. We put our names out there and who we were so you would know who we are. But now, shadowy groups who won't expose themselves on message boards tell you what to do. And they continue to direct innocent people who believe they're working for the president to commit incredible crimes, like ramming a train over the rails and trying to attack a ship because they believe the global elitists are on board that ship when George Soros and Hillary Clinton and Lord Rothschild and the New World Order are all safe in their castles. So over and over and over again, Q tells us that Sessions, within 1 month, will arrest all the deep staters 3 years ago, and they're all going to Gitmo. And then we're told dozens and dozens of times each week, it's imminent, it's happening now. And once people are suckered in, once they believe, they watch, it doesn't happen. But Q always says, don't worry, it's happening next week. Well, we were told 3 or 4 days ago, even my 12-year-old daughter came to me and said, Daddy, I saw online the power's going off on Saturday, and soon they're going to arrest all the criminals, and you're right. And I said, honey, we got Trump elected. We're fighting the globalist. America's awakening. That's not somebody randomly online taking credit that did that. All of us did that together. And she goes, Daddy, really? The power won't go off worldwide on Saturday? When Saturday comes, as all the Q people have said, there will be, out of tens of thousands of power systems worldwide, dozens that go out. They always do. And they will look at those and tell you, see, it went out. But they're already covering their bases as of today. They're saying, oh, Q was going to turn the power off with Trump and run this loop video of martial law this Saturday, but now Trump's decided to do it later. Shadowy, unknown people on message boards telling you they're the president and that they're going to turn the power off and arrest all the pedophiles. Meanwhile, Trump has had a tenfold arrest of pedophiles and globalists and crime syndicates and narcotics traffickers. We told you he would do that in 2016 before Q ever existed. But those that actually predicted and had the president on and who talked to the president, we don't matter. In fact, the president doesn't matter. Q stands above the president and above Christ and God as the creator of the universe. Perfectly satanic. Don't know who it is. Totally anonymous. But onto it, you project all your beliefs and everything you want over and over and over again. It's like saying, look at this picture. There's hidden images in it. And it's just a random squibbles, like a Rorschach blotting system. You project onto the random symbols what you want. It's a psych warfare attack by the globalist. They know you've awoken to the New World Order and to COVID-19 being a Chi-Com, Bill and Melinda Gates weapon. And so now that you're awake, they're going to introduce false information into the equation to make you attack your own country and to believe that a shutdown of the power system and a loop playing on TV is the answer when it's Obama that set up the internet kill switch. Look it up 10 years ago, and the plan to shut down the internet and redirect everything to them if America ever woke up. So they shut down the internet. They shut down Trump. They kill the president. That's a possibility, and have a 3D version of him, and the public bows before it because they believe in Q. That's just one of the possibilities in all of this. Because I can tell you, the Q movement was started by a Trump campaign official and a member of U.S. intelligence on their own. Within 3 days, it was hijacked, and they have fought against it being hijacked since then. And now globalist operatives within the Trump campaign and within the Trump White House, who are globalists, manipulate it and put out the disinfo they want, putting out a lot of real intel, but adding their lies onto it. That's why this is so important. And another piece of disinfo. I was on air a few days ago saying next week I will release who the original founders of Q are if they don't come out on their own. And I said, I don't like giving friends ultimatums, but I did that to Joe Rogan a few years ago, and I feel bad about it. That was an ultimatum on some other issue. Joe Rogan's not involved with Q. I did not say Joe Rogan was involved in Q, but that's how this schizophrenia works. I'm Alex Jones, on air for 26 years. I am who I say I am. I have my birth certificate. I'm public. I started out on Access TV, but notice the Texas Monthly, the New York Times, the Washington Post, CNN, they all say I'm Bill Hicks. Because out of dozens of producers he had for films and shows he did, one high school friend of his produced a few shows I did. And they say I'm Bill Hicks, so I'm not real. See, but
all right, we don't need to get into the Bill Hicks thing because that's a bunch of nonsense. We know that. But anyway, Joseph Gibson here, understanding the times which we live in today. I just thought that was worthy. A friend has sent that to me. I wanted to play that. Well, maybe another time. We'll play the last half of that where he gets into the Bill Hicks where we have time. But there's more things that are more relevant that we need to be discussing and talking about today. And the status of our republic is what we are in trouble today. Excuse me. I do have a co-host, of course, with me. His name is Chad. He's with me. And I do have some callers here on the phone line. I will open up the phone line. And I just want everyone to remember, I know everyone likes to be long-winded and like to talk for a while. They got a lot to say. Of course, try to get your points across because sometimes we do get a whole host of callers that want to jump in and participate. We did address the militias. Where are the militias, the guardians of our republic that are out there, the ones out there that are practicing in the woods, stomping their feet around, the ones that are going to take action? Well, today in Charlotte, it was yesterday, I believe it was, 50 people were arrested because they were protesting an abortion clinic in Charlotte Police Department. Where's the outrage? Where's the anger? Walmart not selling seed. We're going to contact the Walmart here tonight and find out why. And, of course, we're not going to get any answers. You know that because we've done that many times on this show. And that's what I do for everybody out there is we contact these people and put them on the spot. We're not afraid of anybody. I don't care. You want to attack me, make fun of me too, just like Alex Jones or anybody else out there, those of us in the Patriot movement, we really don't care. At the end of the day, the porch light's on anytime you want to come by, but none of you ever do. All right? Because we're too busy attacking each other anyway, right? Because that's what it's all about. Instead of attacking what's really controlling us and what really is out there suppressing us, taking away our rights. Tell me something. Last year at this time, what were you doing? Think about what you were doing a year ago today, April 5th. What were you doing? Would you ever thought a year later that you would be under house arrest, that you would be told to stay in your home? Yeah, you could still go out. The National Guard cannot be in every single town and city across America. We told you that. It's an impossibility. However, the fact of the matter is people are feeling the effects of this somewhere throughout the United States. And if we are Americans and we all band together and stick together and we all care about each other and we have family everywhere across the country or we know somebody across the country, why are we not angry for our brothers and our sisters in America? Where is the militia? Where are you? You're national, you're big, you're this and that, you're in every state, the Sons of Liberty, this and that, 3%ers, this and that, whatever, the original ones. Where are the other groups out there, even the ones that discriminate against other peoples? Your fellow people are being hurt right now. Where's the Black Panthers? Where's the Ku Klux Klan? Where's the skinheads? Where's the NSM? We're all marching out there in Charlottesville a couple years ago, killing each other up there for what? For for nothing. But now today our rights are being taken away, being stripped away. Where are you? Here's your chance. Here's your stage to step on the forefront and become a hero. Restore the republic. Let's go. Come on, here's your chance. You guys are out there on the news. You guys are getting 15-year federal prison terms for weapons violations, doing this, doing that crap, killing police officers, doing all this other stupid shit. Where are you? Right now, here's your chance to lawfully say, hey, this is unconstitutional. We can all agree on that. Where the hell did this virus come from? Where is it? What virus? What are you talking about? I don't know anybody that has any virus. Well, I do what cousin Mary out in Wisconsin said her next door neighbor had it and she was sick for a week in hospital. No, that's not evidence that the virus is real. I want someone to come on here and say, I had it. The doctor told me I had it. Have the x-rays. I'll send them to you, whatnot. I want some proof. Otherwise, until then, this virus is not real. Nothing but one big puppet show on that flat screen TV that does nothing but entertain you for a reason. God knows why. But you all believe it, though. You all believe it, right? And you dress like the TV. You eat what the TV tells you. You travel like the TV tells you. And for God's sake, why not? They've got the enforcers out there, the fat faggots with the 3-letter uniforms ready to pull you over with all those crystal blue lights on top of their car and in the grill and on the rearview mirror and flashing red, white, pink, every color they got. You know, there's Christmas trees running down the middle of the road there to pull you over, and they will electrocute you and drag you off and handcuff you and throw you in a concrete box. I've been there. Trust me, I know. Yes, they got the power, but where's our heroes? Where are the heroes out there? The guardians of our republic. I'm going to file a remonstrance claim. Yeah, let's see. I'm filing paperwork at the courthouse. Yeah, okay. Where's that gotten us? Tell me something. Where has that gotten any of us in the last 30 years, 50 years? Someone was telling me about someone they knew back in the 1930s that was doing that crap. Well, they've been doing it since the 1930s, and here we are in 2020, and crap hasn't changed. What's that tell you? Time to change our little tactical measures here, folks. I think it's time that those affidavits and that secured party creditor and all that other crap and that me driving around without a license plate is not working anymore. Because we're in trouble. It's time to do something else, don't you think? All right, first caller, 614. Go ahead. Live on the air.
We have seen this progressive deterioration of our rights and no resistance to it whatsoever because all of the people believe this scare that has been perpetuated on TV. And whether this scare is real or not, even if we knew beyond a shadow of a doubt that there was in fact a coronavirus out there and that it was in fact infecting people and that there were in fact people dying of it, where in any level of government does it say that our servants are given the blanket authority to restrict the rights of movement, the rights of contract, the rights of the life, liberty, and pursuit of happiness for any stated emergency at gunpoint without any due process? And that is the question we need to be brought up here, because every person in the pursuit of their daily lives assumes some sort of risk to their life. If you drive to work every single day of your life, you are assuming the risk that you may be killed in an automobile accident that has nothing to do with anything you do on your own. You could be killed by a semi-driver falling asleep at the wheel. You could be killed by a drunk driver. You could be killed by your own dumb self operating your cell phone while you're driving and not paying attention. There are any number of risks involved in your daily life. It is not up to the nanny state government to tell us we can't drive to work because you might die. It is not up to government to tell us that you might catch a virus and you might be one of the 2% of people that die from this virus because you went out and pushed a cart around Walmart shopping and in the pursuit of your daily life, and we're going to protect you from that by revoking your right to even be out and about, to get out of your home, to go get the seeds necessary at Walmart to grow your garden this summer, to get your clothes that you might need for summer, to get to do anything. Where is the government right? See, government has duties. They do not have rights. And when a government servant comes up to you and says, I have the right to do a thing, that is absolutely false. No government servant, public servant, has the rights to do anything. They have duties to serve the public. They take oaths to serve the public freedom, the liberties that are enshrined within the Constitution that they take an oath to defend. And we just bow down to these things that we are now calling authorities. Where does authority come from? Is authority assumed by our masters here? Is that legitimate? Do they just get to assume the authority to do anything and everything they want because they say so? So they can suspend the United States Constitution and the Bill of Rights because they said they can, because there's an emergency and we're doing it for your own good? Where does that line stop? Because I guarantee you that when this is over, and if we get to return, and I say if we get to return to some resemblance of our normal lives, the precedent has now been set that whenever the government deems an emergency large enough, they have now assumed the authority to revoke the rights of citizens who have done no wrong, who have committed no crime. They can now imprison you in your house, revoke your right to do everything. They have revoked your right to work, to purchase, to gather, to go to church, to worship. Every right. This doesn't even compare to the egregious petitions that we made against the crown during the Revolutionary War. This government is trampling our rights far worse than the king.
Yeah. Yeah, you're absolutely correct.
Against the King of England for less than this. And
for way less.
We're sitting down and accepting it because we've got this message of Q. If anybody out there notices that this tyranny has covered all bases, for the statists out there, the leftist, statist, communist, socialists, whatever you want to call them, progressives, they have covered that base with suggesting that this is for your own good. We're only doing what is necessary under our authority to save you from this virus. So just comply now and you'll be fine. You know, that is to quell the statists. For the centrists out there or the believers in Trump, the Trump bot patriots, they have given you the idea that Trump is in control. Don't worry. Trump is doing what is necessary. He's fighting the deep state, whatever. For the conspiracy theorists out there, they've given you Q. Q is the way you can decode the message that this is okay, everything's on the level, all the deep statists are going to be removed by the end of this, just go ahead and comply for now. But the overall message at every level to every group in America, stand down, submit, comply. To every single group.
Yeah. It is. You're absolutely right. You're absolutely right.
Yeah. The government just showed us in the last month how easy it was to control every aspect of our daily lives with this virus. Now they can do anything they want. They can bring out another virus, another bullshit, natural disaster or something like that, and it's just going to be another way for them to do the same thing again. When does it end?
Yeah, when does it end? And the bottom line is this, folks, and I've always asked this question. I was talking to a friend of mine last night. I don't know which one it was. But, remember when that little small town up in New York had to be quarantined? That was their test. And everyone went for it. And they went out there, and remember they set up the driving lanes there where everyone would pull up in their car, and they'd get tested. And then they'll get back to you. We'll take down your information on a clipboard and go back home and stay at home. And I was saying that's probably when they started infecting everyone in mass rates there. And, how do they know that, that driver could have been going someplace else? And that's how they spread it around the whole damn country so fast. That's why the numbers spiked. because they started infecting people. Oh, no, doctors and nurses wouldn't do that. Get the hell out of your casket. Of course the doctors and nurses didn't know they were infecting people. They thought they were doing the right thing, just like you think you're doing the right thing when you're out there on social media saying, everybody wash your hands. Everybody wear your mask. It's a good thing. It's a good thing to stand in line at Walmart and not be able to buy seed, right? You know, I mean, it's a good thing. No, it's not a good thing. Always question authority, always, because authority has an agenda. And that agenda does not include your well-being, obviously. You know, I mean, where have we become? What have we become here in America? What have we become? What the days of yesterday? Just imagine. I brought that scenario, 614. Imagine last year at this time, if I told you you were going to be under house arrest, told not to leave your house, and all restaurants were going to be shut down, the stock market was going to tank all because of it, and, you know, all this crap was going to start flying around the internet of this darkness days, and this is going to happen, and they're arresting. They got a ship across the coast to arrest all the pedophiles and underground tunnel this and underground tunnel that. And yeah, we know these pedophiles are out there. Of course we do. And a lot of them are the heads of the deep state. We get that. But, you know, what's going on here? Well, Donald Trump is arrested and brought a lot of the swamp down. Okay, all well and fine. I agree. He's done more than any other president in my lifetime has. You know, and JFK was before my lifetime. But the fact of the matter is, you know, buying us off with a $1,200 check saying, hey, give up your rights for $1,200 or, you know, and $500 credit for each kid, that's what your rights mean to you? That's what the Constitution means to you? You're going to sell it out for a few fake Federal Reserve notes, paper money, to spend it on what? You know, I mean, well, what's going on here? And I called out to the militias the other night. What did we get? Every crank caller on the freaking planet called into this show. Well, you know, what did we get? And then we got what? People calling in privately there. We did a private meeting there. I'm not going to say where, how, and when. But people were emailing some of the people from this show saying, yeah, you guys are a bunch of jerks. You're assholes. Yeah, whatever. Hey, you come down here in Texas and come see me. Yeah, come down where? Blah, blah, blah. You know. The fact of the matter is, why are you angry with me? Why aren't you angry at the man, the government, the thing, whatever it is that's taking away your rights today? Does your Constitution mean anything to you anymore? Do your rights mean anything to you? No, the majority does not rule. Not in a republic. You know? I mean, what do you think, 614? I mean, I got another private caller here who's waiting, and then I'd like to call Walmart and ask about this seed thing. But, 614. Well, what do you? I mean, what do we do? I mean, we can analyze the problem all day long, slap ourselves upside the back of the head, but what's the answer?
Well, in my conversations with a great many people, including my family and my friends, one of the things that I keep hearing, yes, you have rights, but ... insert ignorant statement here. So, one of the things that people do not understand, a right is inalienable. They do not understand the nature of a right. If a right is not inalienable, it is no longer a right. So a government that can infringe upon your rights, your right to assemble, your right to speak, your right to worship, your right to have a gun for the security of the free state, your right to the press. All of these rights are not rights if the government can just assume a position during an emergency where they can take them away. If you don't have the right to speak, the right to assemble, and the right to oppress, then the government gets to dictate everything that is said, everything that is written, and all of the groups that are allowed to assemble in one place. Then government has assumed ultimate authority over every aspect of your ability to even disseminate information. And that would be utterly repugnant to the Declaration of Independence. And by the way, for those that say that the Declaration of Independence is not an official document, it is the founding document of these states united. So the outline within the Declaration of Independence is just as valid as any other founding document that we have, such as the Articles of Confederation and the Constitution of the United States. Those things are all founding documents, and all of those things outline certain truths that are always true. The rights of men to do these things are always true. They were just stating in writing the things that they observed within the natural law of man and the creation, and they were indictments against the king for violating the natural law of things, the natural law of life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness, that all men are created equal, and that all governments are instituted among men by permission, but not by divine right. The government does not have the divine right to rule. They rule by permission of the governed. And those government
by the
institutions...
Consent. By the consent. By the consent. And that's amazing that you brought that up. Yeah. Go ahead, I'm sorry.
Those are principles that are timeless, and they were outlined by the founders for our intent to continue to use them. That was not something that was just 1776, that's 200 years ago, it's not valid. Those institutions, those ideas were timeless. They were natural law. They were the law of the creation that were observed by our founders and written and preserved for our future use. We were to continue to preserve them and defend these ideas. They were the founding ideas of the nation. That was the whole point of our very creation, what created the greatest nation on earth, what would be one of the most powerful, one of the most God-fearing and influential nations on the planet for freedom. Now,
that's
do
correct.
We stand for that today? That's questionable.
Well, 614. Let's ask that question. What is this? Let's pose that question to the platform here and see, where are the militias? Where are the people out there? Where are you? Where's this backbone of these friendly people out there that are supposed to be the guardians of this? We the people. Government set aside. The Oath Keepers. Where are you? Where are you? Private caller. Go ahead. I'm going to unmute you. Go ahead, private caller.
Well, I mean, Joseph, I don't understand your stance. Are you in belief that this is real or not? Because right now you're talking about that it spread through the nurses and the doctors, and then a couple shows ago you were saying that this wasn't real, that this isn't a pandemic. So what's your belief? Is this real or not?
To be totally honest with you, well, I'll tell you what my belief is common sense. Right now, I'm sitting here in Greensboro, North Carolina, and I can go out my home, and I have been ever since this thing started, and I don't know anybody that is sick from this virus. And I talk to a lot of people. Self-evident. I'm doing a blog talk show. And people who know me personally know I'm out in the community. I don't know anybody that's sick from this. I don't have any clue whatsoever. I don't have any people that know people that are sick of this that can prove to me that they are.
I want to challenge
you.
I want to challenge you to go to your local hospital and check the numbers and check what's going on there. And if you can donate blood, you'd be helping a lot of people. But until you go down there where the epicenters are at, then you'd be able to give.
I have, sir. No, I have. I have here in my area. I've reported on that. And I've reached out to people on the internet that have also given me live video feed of a hospital in New York City. This was about 10 days ago. Live video feed, date, time on the bank clock, sitting out across the street from the hospital, that went up to ambulance drivers, went and took photographs of the hospital, said, "Where is everybody? You were reporting on the news conference that people were dying 13 per hour. Well, there's not one ambulance pulling up here or one leaving, and it looks like a ghost town. It looks like all the time, just a regular old hospital." So, and we called hospitals last night on this show. We got no answers, none. So, again, what am I to believe?
Well, I guess seeing is believing. So if you went down there, then I don't have a reason to doubt you. But I know what I've seen. I know people that I know, people that have been impacted by this pandemic, and I don't know that it's as bad as they say it is. I know there's something out there. I don't, but I don't want to play it down because this is real. I mean, last time something like this happened, it's when I shoved my dick up Bridget Pruitt's ass.
Oh God! Oh my Lord! Oh my Lord! Okay,
he's gone.
You see, yeah, and that's what. Yeah, what do you get? I mean, that's what you get. Well, you see, how do you screen something like that? That's impossibility.
I already knew who the guy was from the voice.
Yeah, it sounded familiar. Yeah, it sounded familiar. But unbelievable.
Why'd you kick him out?
But that's the status of the republic. That's the status of your republic right there. Right there. 3, 2, 1. Go ahead. 3, 2, 1. Go ahead. 3, 2, 1.
3, 2, 1. You're live.
Yeah. I'll give you any information you need on them. All right. Anyway, go ahead, Mandela Khan. All right, there we go. 3, 2, 1. You don't want to speak either. You don't have anything of any value to offer. All right. Okay. Let's see here. We're not going to take 256 because I recognize that number from last night. Just I'm just not going to take that chance. So we'll just see how long they want to hold on there. This is where we got to line up people that we know, who we know, like we talked about, to try to get on here, and then that will draw more people other than the trolls that are trying to destroy something like us. Obviously, we're very popular on the internet, that's for sure, because otherwise these people wouldn't be wasting so much time to get onto here. However, what I want to do is let's call a Walmart first and find out what's going on now. 614. We talked about this actually. What's going on with this seed thing with Walmart? What's going on here?
Well, it's gone beyond the seed thing. So my boys were out here in Columbus, Ohio today, and they've got whole sections of the store in the Walmarts now completely sectioned off. You're only allowed to even access certain parts of the store. They've got it walled off with carts and caution tape and whatnot. So the governor of the state of Ohio, our great DeWeenie, Mike DeWine, has decided that there are certain things that are not necessary. So to prevent you from going out to Walmart and buying the unnecessary goods and flirting around the Walmart, giving everybody diseases imagined or unimagined, then you don't need to be going to Walmart for, say, clothing or electronics or seeds. Your gardens this summer, screw your garden. That's not necessary. The governor's decided you don't need those things, therefore you can't go get them. So Walmart is complying with those orders. You're not allowed to purchase anything the governor says you can't purchase. That's the gist of what's going on. So they're denying you access to those parts of the stores.
Okay. Well, then what we should do is this. Unless we recognize the number or someone has messaged us within ourselves, what we'll do is we'll just let them continue to listen. And try to avoid what we just had right there from the previous two callers there. But we can call out to people because we know who they are. So let's try this Walmart that's open and ask some questions about this. I'll start off. Chad, if you want to jump in there, let me know. But we just got to be careful of background noise and not talk over each other, okay? So let's try the first Walmart here. They are open. So remember, Walmart plays its recording twice. And then they connect you to the store operator. They do this, that's just the way it goes. So here we go. The Walmart here.
Thank you for calling your local Walmart.
Right,
we appreciate your business and look forward to the opportunity to serve you in our stores. Our store hours have changed. Most stores are open from 7 a.m. to 8:30 p.m., and our auto care services are closed until further notice. But please check your store page on Walmart.com for more details on your specific store hours. Due to a large demand in products, associates are unable to confirm product availability at this time. Please visit Walmart.com or the Walmart app to check in-store and online product availability. For pharmacy, press 1. For electronics, press 2. For pickup, press 3. For deli, press 4. To speak with an associate, press 0. To repeat this menu, press star.
All right, they might give us one more shot at that, then they'll connect us to an operator. Sorry,
I didn't get that.
For pharmacy, press 1. For electronics, press 2. For pickup, press 3. For deli, press 4. To speak with an associate, press 0. To repeat this menu, press star.
All right, here we go. We should be get connected now, unless they're closed. But they say they're open. There we go.
Burbank Walmart, how can I help you?
Yes, ma'am. I have a question. I was just wondering. I saw that they're only allowing a certain amount of people in the store. How many people are allowed in at once? So how many people are allowed in at once at a time? Like, for instance, because this will have to wait in line for a long time.
60.
6 people? Is that per?
60.
Is that per 18? 6 feet? Every 6 feet, ma'am?
No, 60. 60.
Oh, 60 people. 60 people per the store at one time, so you guys count how many people go in. So if I'm like number 62, I got to wait.
Yes.
Okay, can you tell me why is that? Can you just give me a reason why? Because I heard about that. And I was like, why are they doing that? You know?
Okay, just give me 1 second to get you a manager.
All right, she can't answer my question.
That size?
Yeah, 60. Wow. Well, I mean, I wanted to try to get to the square footage type of thing, but some jackass was calling me, you know. We'll give her a minute. If not, we got another Walmart here. I want to ask about the seed thing, especially.
Oh, yeah.
Choosing Walmart online
the
grocery.
seed thing. Well, yes, sir. How you doing? I have a question here. It's only 60 people per inside the store. So how do we know that there's 60 people in there? Is there somebody going to be standing outside counting?
There are people counting, people going in the store and people out of the store.
Oh, okay. Don't you think that's a little bit of a fire hazard? There's only one way in and one way out. I mean, was there still emergency exits to get out of?
It's always one way in and one way out. There's only one entrance in this particular Walmart.
Yeah, I know, but it's controlled though. That's what I'm saying. It's controlled. And I was just a little bit worried about that. Do you think? But my main question also is, what about the seed thing? I heard that Walmart's not selling seeds, so I can plant a garden anymore. Do you have those seeds in stock still, or no?
No, we don't have any seeds in here.
Well, why is Walmart banning the sale of seeds? I'm just curious.
Walmart's not banning the sale of seeds. I said we just don't have any in this store.
Oh, so any of that store? Do you know of any stores that do have seeds that I can get a hold of? Because I heard news reports that they're no longer going to be allowing people to purchase seeds, and I was just wondering if since you're all out.
There's no communication to us that we're going to be doing that. I haven't heard anything about that.
Oh, okay, so you're still going to be able to sell seeds and everything. You just don't have any in stock right now. Do you know when you'll be getting any in stock? Because I'd like to come in, please, and get some.
No, I don't, but you can order them online, sir.
Oh, I'm still able to order seed online? Is that what you're telling me?
You can try to see if you can order it online. If you order it online, they'll be delivered to your house or delivered to your nearest store that you choose.
Oh, okay, that's great. But how come it's only 60 people that are in? Say, like, for instance, if I had to get in there and hurry up and get out, I have to get to work.
I don't know where you got that number from, but that's not the accurate number.
Your last representative told me. She just told me, the woman that just answered the phone, she said 60.
Okay, I'll re-inform her. That's not the accurate number, but the number's not being given out to the public, but that's not the accurate number.
Okay, so you don't know the accurate number. So therefore,
that's not the accurate number.
80 or 90?
No, I do know the accurate number, but that's not the accurate number. It's not for public knowledge.
Oh, we're not allowed to know the number of people that are allowed into the store?
You need to know that we're going to bring you in safely and soundly and make sure that everybody's in a safe and sound environment. That's why we're starting to meter people inside the store.
Oh, so you didn't have a safe and sound environment before all these years that I was shopping there? Like this all of a sudden, just now, all of a sudden came up? I mean, did something happen I should know about?
I'm not going to play word games. You know the state of the world right now. And we're just trying to be good neighbors.
No, sir.
Trying to be good neighbors to the public. So therefore, we've taken extra precaution to make sure that we're good neighbors to the public. Is there any other concern that I can help you with, sir?
Well, I always thought Walmart was always good neighbors to the public. I didn't know all of a sudden now you have to try. I didn't know that you why was something happened or something that made you not good neighbors to the public. I mean, I don't understand it. That's what I'm trying to get at here. Why all of a sudden this big change?
So anything else from me?
Yes, just one more thing. Does anyone in your store or employees by any chance have come in contact with this coronavirus? Is that maybe why you're doing this at your store?
No, sir.
No. Okay. It just seems a little. Has anyone in the community that we live in has come in contact? Is that way? I mean, who's giving this order to do this?
Ask us pertinent about shopping or anything like that for the store, because these questions are way off base. Is there anything else that you need, sir?
All right. Yes. Well, actually, I do. I need some seed, but you told me I could get them online and stuff like that. And,
yeah.
So if I come down to your Walmart, how long will I have to stand in line? Can you tell me that? Well, usually, what's the wait time? Can I know that? Or is that classified information?
It depends on how many people are in the store. Is there anything else I can help you with?
Well, how do I know how many people are in the store then? I don't want to come down there and have to stand outside forever. I mean, I have a disability.
You might have
what if I have a disability? Do I still have to wait in line like everyone else?
If you have a disability, we open the store on Tuesdays at 6 a.m. to 7 a.m. for any people that have disabilities or an elderly. You can come in and shop a whole hour before the store opens, before the public gets in. Is there anything else I can help you with?
So I'm not allowed to shop with the rest of the public if I have a disability then? That's what you're saying? I only have to come in between 6 and 7? That's a legitimate question, sir. That's what you said live on my radio show. That's what you just said live on Blog Talk Radio. Yeah, that's what he just said, right? Yeah, but we got him, didn't he? Well, we got him, huh? Disabilities, people with disabilities, you're not allowed to shop with the general public. How about that, huh? Wham! Slam dunk! Wham!
That's awesome.
I think we got him on that one. Yeah, that's a good one. Forward that one, folks.
Joe got school. Heinz said Joe got school.
Wow.
Heinz, you don't even know what school is, buddy.
Walmart does not want people with disabilities shopping with the regular public, the general public, and he even openly admitted that. And that Walmart, folks, is in big trouble right now because I'm going to be contacting my local news media outlet about that one. I feel discriminated against.
They don't have seeds.
Yeah, they don't have seeds. Yeah, they got a lot of seeds of hate, though, and discrimination, because now people with disabilities are not allowed to shop there. They're only allowed to come in from, what do you say, 6 to 7 in the morning? Who the hell wants to get up at 6 o'clock in the morning? You know, I mean,
the old people.
I mean, yeah. Wow, Walmart at its best. Hey, how may I help you, right? All right, everybody, let's get to the phone calls. Go ahead, 614. Go ahead. Welcome to the show. Or is this the same 614? Did you hang up and call back in?
No. This is a different 614. I just want to say, look, if you want seeds, you can actually buy a fruit or vegetable and get the seeds from there. You know, you're calling these hospitals or Walmarts and taking up precious time. And then you're twisting your words.
Time,
That's
Walmart,
not what he
precious
said.
time.
Well, hold on.
Precious time.
And then you cut
what did he say, sir? No, what did he say? Hang on, sir. What did he say? He said that people with disabilities are not allowed to shop with the general public. That's what he said.
That's not what he said. That's not what he said.
Oh, yes, he did. He
said.
did. Yes, that's what he did say.
No, what he said, there you go, twisting words again. What he said was that there's special hours for people with disabilities to shop by themselves.
Why?
Why? Because people like you that don't care about people with disabilities.
Because people like you are jackasses who don't understand. No, it's jackasses like you, sir. Jackasses like you that don't understand the liberty and the Constitution and what our founders fought for us to have a republic. It is you, sir, that are a bottom dweller traitor to the republic. That's what you are, sir. Now, do you have something to add to that?
You won't let me speak. You're not on.
Of course not. I don't want to hear stupidness. Now, do you have something you want to talk about that's serious?
Yes, for you not to interrupt me. Can I say something?
You already did. Now, what else do you have to say?
No, okay.
you really think you're a hero calling Walmart and hospitals?
No, listen, it's not what I think, sir. No, hang on. It's not what I think, sir. It's what I know. What I know. I'm knowingly calling Walmart to ask questions about something and a measure that has nothing to do at all with some kind of flu virus. It has something to do else with them taking away and conditioning the general public to you conforming to a new world order, sir. That's what I know. Now, back to you. Go ahead.
Okay, Joe. Well, here's something that I learned as a kid. If you go buy a fruit or vegetable that has seeds, you don't have to get them from an envelope, but you're too ignorant.
Sir, hang on, sir. Again. How can I buy a fruit or vegetable if Walmart only allows me to come in there between 6 and 7 in the morning if I'm disabled? How can I buy a fruit or vegetable? I cannot grow my own, right? So if Walmart doesn't sell me the seeds, so how can I get my own seeds from the fruit and vegetable? Of course I know seeds come from fruit and vegetables and plants and blah, 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 you know? But how can I get them if the stores won't sell them? Can you answer that?
Are you disabled, or do you know anyone that's disabled?
The only person I know that's disabled right now is you, sir, because you are a complete jackass, and that's
right.
Actually that's not called a disability.
Would you help me shop?
Well, first of all, sir. Well, Walmart will not help you shop, sir. All right. All right. We'll get back to him though. 320. Go ahead. 320. Do you want to jump in here? Go ahead. 320.
Yes, I do. Thanks, Joe. Okay, here's the deal with the seeds. My dad lives down in Arizona. He also works at Walmart. When a pallet of seeds came in, they left them in the back. My dad did not know why. Anyways, the hours, the elderly and the handicap will have time to stop. And here it is. My dad figured it out by eavesdropping on management. So it's another government corporation is what they're doing. They are getting these seeds in on pallets. Right.
The corporation. You're absolutely right. The corporation Walmart is cooperating with the New World Order agenda.
They're doing it in a different way because they need to take control of the people.
That's correct.
It's just like with the schools, okay? That's another one of their top. That is their top.
Yeah, who's got the background noise? Is
children.
that you? Is that you? 320? Is that you or some? Is that my end? Someone's got background noise. I know you're bringing up interesting points here. I'm just saying. Anyone with the background noise, please.
Can you hear me better now? Can you hear me better now?
Go ahead. Yep. Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Go ahead.
So children are the number one production in any kind of corporation, correct? Okay, with schools, it's going to be really hurtful that there are so many kids out here now. Not hurtful for us, but it's going to be hurtful for the government when they figure out when school gets back in session that not many kids are going back to their government-ran schools. So they think that they can control us, but realistically, they cannot, because in the Constitution, I even have the laws written down, government has no authority to walk into a family realm. That includes school. You cannot force my child to go into a public school, private school.
But they are, though.
Or a government-ran school.
Yeah, but hang on, 320. But they are, though. That's the problem. They're getting away with it right now, and that's my point. How do we stop this? What do we do here? How do we reverse this?
Well, I know one thing. My children will not go back. They are not going back to a government-ran school.
Well, that's a good thing, but what do you do when they come arrest you or take your children away? What do you do? I shouldn't ask you that and put you on the spot. I shouldn't do that, actually.
Please don't ask me that, Joe, because you're live on air.
Yeah, I agree. But the thing of it is that this is going to happen. Bad things are happening. These people are controlling every aspect of our lives. What's the status of our republic today? What the hell can we do to reverse this? How are we going to wake people up? You've been listening. You hear the jerks that call in here even. You just heard me on the phone with Walmart. What can we do?
I'm not for certain on this. But if any of you listening out there, I do have a bunch of seeds, and I'm willing to share. I spent all day planting today because my father was so grateful and sent me a package, a very large package filled with seeds. From the return section in the back of Walmart, the pallet of seeds sat on.
Wow. That's interesting.
Yeah.
Very interesting. Are you paying attention, folks? Most won't get it.
Yeah,
Most don't. It went woo right over their head. Woo.
Right. And you know, and my dad, he doesn't fully get it either, but he does pay attention to what I pay attention to, but he just doesn't get it. So he knew, he had this gut feeling like he should send them to me. So I got them. I got a lot of them.
Good for you.
Yes.
You know,
and yes,
but the thing of it is,
vegetables.
Yeah.
Take the seeds from the vegetables and plant from them.
But hang on. Let me just ask you, though, to another thing. We also brought up here on this show, because I know you called in here in the past, and you're very knowledgeable. Well, you're from the Midwest. I'm not going to say where. But, you know, as far as the militia groups out there, the Patriot movement, where's our brothers and sisters in arms now? What's going on here? What are they waiting for? You know, do you have any knowledge on that, or can give an opinion on that? Is what should be happening right now with our brothers and sisters out there, what we should be doing and preparing ourselves, or even interacting or offering some sort of protection to businesses that want to stay open, maybe, or just by general, you know, I'm just lost for words. What can we do here to unite and restore our republic?
Okay, so yes, Joe, Midwest. Let's talk about the Midwest here for a second. So I'm very familiar with where our militia is in the Midwest here and what they are doing and setting up for. If any inkling is right about a new corporation starting, considering they're trying to take down the first corporation, Midwest is in place and ready to act in behalf of the people.
Okay. All right. You don't have to give any details out by all means. Okay, you don't have to.
I have a question.
Yeah.
So, okay, how sure are you that they're out there getting ready? Because
I'm 100% positive, spending a week in the woods. Good connection, good people for the people, about the people.
But here's the thing, okay? What we see today's militia is all about, they're not about the whole Constitution. They're about the Second Amendment. I mean, because that's what most militias that I've dealt with is, you know, protect the Second Amendment. Okay, well, what about the rest of the Constitution? Everybody talks about the Second Amendment, but they don't talk about defending the whole Constitution as it stands.
Chad, that's where I can tell you that some of these militias in my area are all about 100% Declaration of Independence, organic, and God's law will uphold the entire Constitution.
Some say that.
That's good.
I get that. I mean,
and by the way, and for
is,
the people in the chat room, but hang on, real quick, Joe, just real quick. I did ban that user in the chat room, Chad. That was Jason Gibson from Summerfield, North Carolina, posting that crap in the chat room. And he just keeps pushing. He just won't stop, you know. And he's, he just doesn't understand. Knock it off, you know. But go ahead, Chad.
So, you know, we hear that from so many people. Oh, they're out there. They're out there. But they're out there. Then what are they doing? Are they going and standing up for their neighbors? Are they going and telling the government officials that, hey, you're not going to do this? No. They're on Facebook. They're getting, very skilled in their typing, and they're not doing what they're supposed to do. What the actual
There's not a single person that I have talked to in the militia group in this area that is even on the internet. Not a single one.
that they say.
Okay, well that makes
There's
sense.
a lot of guys.
Well,
that
actually, that
No.
well,
I mean, I was out for 2 days straight. There's absolutely no towers where they are. There's nothing. There's nothing. And for one, they're not going to just come out guns a-blazing. They are.
That's obvious.
Setting up. Joe, we talked about this before. Creating, turning your community into a village.
Yeah. No. I understand where what
exactly
the caller chat is referencing to. That there are things that are going on exactly with that because you have to be careful who you could trust out there. I mean, obviously to come on to look, you've got family members of mine in the chat room antagonizing.
Yes,
chat.
I know.
So you're going to trust, how are we going to trust others out there that, so I understand what they're saying. We just wanted to, all we wanted was basically we put the call out there and said, hey, can anyone give us some feedback, I guess you could say, and we didn't get any type of real positive response. We got a lot of negative response, so some people are agitated. That, I guess, let me put it that way. How's that? And
I hear you.
And for me being a part of the Patriot movement for a very long time, I was a little bit disgusted at that, and my co-host was a little bit too. So that's the only reason why. We're not saying that they're all, hiding and running away. We're not saying that they should come out with guns blazing and do anything stupid either. Yes, no, we're not saying that. So we don't want the conversation to go that way. But at the same time, is when you put the call out, we want, there's people out there in our community that are uneasy that we have heard from that are saying, hey, where's these guys out there in the 1990s, in the late 80s, or even the 2000s that are saying, hey, we're here, we're ready. If the government declares martial law, we're going to put a stop to it. How about giving us a little bit of, just a little bit of, throw us a carrot, I guess you could say, maybe. I don't know. Throw us a little bone here and there and just say, hey, we're out here, we're here and for you, don't worry. Because in a way, you're right, caller.
Joe, before this moves on any further, I got to tell you something. So,
okay. My
dad had an incident where he had to go to the hospital because, he was hurting really bad. They made him pay out of pocket $3,000 and did not accept insurance because it wasn't coronavirus related.
Really?
Yeah.
Really? Because it wasn't coronavirus. Well, that's something interesting right there. So you have to basically go in there and say you are corona.
Pretty funny because he has pretty good insurance,
yeah.
And insurance would not even pick it up.
So basically you have to go in there and say, yes, I am infected by corona. I am. And then they'll just pay for everything. They'll be like, do whatever they want. For you. Isn't that odd? Isn't that weird? What's up with this virus, caller? What do you think? What's your take on this virus? I'm saying it's obviously a smokescreen for something else.
Take.
What do you think?
Here's my take.
Yeah.
Many people all over the world die from respiratory issues every year in greater amounts than what's happening right now. So now we're using that to publicize the coronavirus? I don't think so.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I agree. I agree wholeheartedly. And you're a very knowledgeable caller, and I know who you are, obviously, because you called into the show before, and we won't put your personal information out there. No, of course not. But at the same time, I do appreciate your call. But, again, in 3 weeks from now, a month from now, because we do have other callers on the line, I want you to stay on the line as long as possible. I know you probably got background noise. You're doing your best to stop that. I appreciate that. God bless you, of course. But, a month from now, where do you think our future is going to be? Do you think we're going to be able to turn this thing around and restore our republic if the powers to be play out and do the right thing? And
in a month from now, no.
No. Okay.
I guarantee this is gonna last till either early to late fall.
Wow. Now, what happens now? This is what's concerning people now. This is the kicker now. What about these people like we hear on this podcast, the uneducated, the dumbed down, morally bankrupt people that haven't prepared themselves, the people that are not ready, even the worst ones out there, the criminal element, the gang members, the people out there that have no sense of country, have no patriotism? What's going to happen to them? How are they going to enter? I mean, because we're still out there in the community. It's not like we're hiding in a mountain someplace under a bunker, and we're just saying, okay, let us know when it's all done. We're out, well, I mean, how are they going to react, you think? I mean, there's going to be some serious problems escalating.
Yeah,
My
there is.
question,
It's called chaos.
Yeah.
My question about this is, how do they know the time frames on this? Why?
Because obviously there's another agenda.
Yeah, absolutely. If they're throwing out time frames, then they know a lot more than they're certainly telling all the rest of us.
Well, I think a lot of people call her. Well, Chad. I think what Chad is getting at is that there's a lot of frustration with a lot of veterans out there that have served. A lot of people out there that may feel like that. Hey, why wasn't I told what's really happening and what's going on? Can you answer that?
And that's the sad fact, because they should have that information. They should have access to that information. I lucked out. I didn't get called by FEMA because why? I have more than 4 children in my household to take care of, so I do not have to participate in FEMA.
Okay.
I kind of wish I could, just to have the upstanding knowledge that everyone else has that is not general population. But on the other hand, I don't mind sitting at home educating my children on real life. I don't let them watch regular TV because they're not allowed to watch fake news.
Yeah. And that's a
they
good
can
thing.
watch,
And that's,
they
and
can watch live
that's something.
streams
Yeah.
on YouTube if they would like to. Live. But they cannot watch any like CNN, Fox, none of that.
Yeah, well, it's all false fake news. It's all false fake news. I don't know. We might have some people here may want to interject with you. My 614, he's still there, I think, if this is the same 614. But I think he got disconnected and came back on. Is that you? 614? Are you still there?
Yes, I'm
Hello?
still here.
All right, okay.
I'm still here.
For the conversation, all right. I do got another caller that wants to jump into it. I recognize, no, I wanted to make sure I got you back on. Go ahead, 203. 203, go ahead.
Oh, it's 203's turn. How about that? Great. Boy, I want to tell you a number of things. First of all, that female was just on. Let me tell you, if most people around here had quarter the smarts and the gumption that she got, we'd be so much better off. I mean, don't you wish everybody was that way? But, you're talking about the militia. You were talking about it before. She was talking about it. And from a person like me who really doesn't know about that sort of thing at all, it's like the virus going around, the militia. It's like the flu. We don't even know about it until it's here. And we haven't seen it yet. And that's what it's like to us. That's how I see that. I mean, I get your point. If they're going to do something.
Yeah. That was a good synopsis.
If they're going to do something, let's see them do something, or at least, you know what, speak up so that we know they're there. Because out of the 66 years I've been around, that's all I've been hearing. That they're going to do something. They're going to do something. They're going to do something, but they never do anything. You got people in the chat room here that, you've already talked about the trolls, and like Mr. Hines, he's talking about copyright abuse and everything like this. Well, Mr. Hines, if you feel so just about this copyright abuse, put your copyright in a legal format and send it to one of us, and then I'll show you what copyright abuse is. I'll have your head spinning so goddamn fast, that's the way that'll go, because they don't know what they're talking about. They're out there putting these things in the chat, and that's how most of this junk gets started around here. They haven't a clue on what they're talking about at all. And you got other people in there talking about harassing the workers, harassing the workers at Walmart. And that's a problem too, The workers know diddly squat about anything. They know little more than to just about answer the phone and to tell the people what they're told to tell them. That's all they know. This seed thing started with Barry Obama. He started the seeds, getting away with the seeds. I've been saving seeds like this female for decades, and they do last decades, many of them. Some of the people in the chat, they had great ideas, and they are good ideas, and they may work if you know what you're doing. Buy fruits and vegetables and save the seeds. But let me tell you something, they won't grow. Lots of them will, but the majority of them won't, because most people don't even know what a seed is. They think they do, but they don't. So
right.
As far as the copyright and Alex Jones goes and everything, put your copyright complaint in a legal format, send it to me or someone else, and I'll make your head spin. Now we're talking about Walmart, and the elderly and the disabled can't shop with the normal public. Well, let me tell you something. I'm an elderly because I'm way over 60. And you know what? And I know many others that are older than me. And I want to see you get some of us to stand in a line for an hour or two in the morning without pissing or crapping your pants. And I'll bet you they have all porta potties set up for us out there, too. So you know what? That is discrimination against the elderly. I'll yield and continue on from here.
Yeah. Well, thank you, caller. But as far as the copyright goes, first of all, for anyone who wants to complain, Alex Jones personally has given me permission to use any of his material at any time, and I don't need to prove that to you or anyone else, because guess what? You're not the copyright holder. So, and I surely can advise you, Alex Jones will not complain that I am using his music, his clips on my radio show. I can assure you of that, okay? So if you want, email him and find out. Let me know. I bet you won't even get a response. So anyway, thank you, 203.
I'd be much happier if they submitted a legal complaint to me or you or something, and we could take it from there, because that would nip it in the bud, because word would travel fast.
Yeah, absolutely. But they won't. So, don't worry about Alex Jones. He'll be doing just fine. He's down there in Austin doing his thing, and I'm up here in North Carolina doing my thing. And he knows who I am, and I know who he is. Trust me on that. Anyway, as far as the seeds goes, that was very good. That 614, real quick before we take any more callers to waste up time here. 614, the Walmart thing with the seeds. What's going on? And I know you brought this up again with the seed thing. Now, we did call Walmart, and they said they're just out of stock, I guess you could say. But we can order them online. Do you have any knowledge of this?
You cannot order them online. They will be out of order.
Okay. Can I comment on that
Go
one
ahead
second?
and place that order. Go ahead and place that order. You will not get your seeds.
She's absolutely correct. You can order online. For instance, if you order at BJ's or Sam's Club or someplace like that, you can order online. They'll put you off. They'll tell you to come pick it up. You'll get there. They'll say, sorry, it's not here. And you'll say, well, when can I come and get it? And they'll say, we'll come back in 2 days. And a day or two later, you'll get an email, your order has been canceled.
Wow.
Yep.
That's interesting. That's very interesting. But as far as this also, see how he wouldn't there's another aspect to that call. He wouldn't tell me how many people will be allowed inside the store. Does anyone want to make a comment on that? Wasn't that interesting? That's not for you to know.
One person per 1,000 square feet of floor space.
That's what they told me.
And the thing is, what's the average square footage of the average Walmart store? I mean, that. Yeah.
Well, the thing of it is, who makes that decision? Do they have somebody out there with some sort of expertise that can say, hey, 3 more customers because you weigh 198 pounds, so you're going to take up an extra square foot, and you weigh 320 pounds, so you're going to take up 3 square feet. I mean, how are they analyzing this and making sure that these numbers are correct? Because it's all about the virus, right? I mean, we don't want to have anybody infected. Exactly. But I'll try another Walmart here real quick and see what happens and see if we get some answers.
The average size is 40,000 square feet, and they go up to about 100.
Thank you for calling your local Walmart. We appreciate your business and look forward to the opportunity to serve you in our stores. Our store hours have changed. Most stores are open from 7 a.m. to 8:30 p.m., and our auto care services are closed until further notice. But please check your store page on Walmart.com for more details on your specific store hours. Due to a large demand in products, associates are unable to confirm product availability at this time. Please visit Walmart.com or the Walmart app to check in-store and online product availability. For pharmacy, press 1. For electronics, press 2. For pickup, press 3. For deli, press 4. To speak with an associate, press 0. To repeat this menu, press star.
See, I would be able to connect right away. They just got to play it twice. Everyone's going, hey, if you're in that much of a rush, don't listen to the show.
For pharmacy, press 1. For electronics, press 2. For pickup, press 3. For deli, press 4. To speak with an associate, press 0. To repeat this menu, press star.
Here we go.
Hey, Joe, I'd like to ask some questions as well.
Okay. Well, I'll let you go first then. Go ahead. We should get somebody. We get the right one here. Yeah, this is the right one.
Probably closed.
No, they're not. They're not. Well, it says they're not on their website, so, I mean, who knows, but...
Hello,
ma'am? Yes, ma'am. How you doing? Hello?
Hung up on us.
Yeah, well, you got to be quick, because they'll hang up real fast. Okay, let's try them again. You go ahead. I'm going to let you go first. You got to be on your toes. All right.
I was on my
Remember,
toes.
we're
You
gonna
jumped
play it
in. She cut off.
All right, come on. You got to be fast, because they will hang up fast. Remember, they're arrogant bastards.
Stop the air, Joe.
Thank you for calling your local Walmart. We appreciate your business and look forward to the opportunity to serve you in our stores. Our store hours have changed. Most stores are open from 7 a.m. to 8:30 p.m., and our auto care services are closed until further notice. But please check your store page on Walmart.com for more details on your specific store hours. Due to a large demand in products, associates are unable to confirm product availability at this time. Please visit Walmart.com or the Walmart app to check in-store and online product availability. For pharmacy, press 1. For electronics, press 2. For pickup, press 3. For deli, press 4. To speak with an associate, press 0. To repeat this menu, press star.
I'm sorry, I didn't get that.
For pharmacy, press 1. For electronics, press 2. For pickup, press 3. For deli, press 4. To speak with an associate, press 0. To repeat this menu, press star.
I'm sorry, I didn't get that.
They want to be assholes.
Thank you for calling your local Walmart. We appreciate your business and look forward to the opportunity to serve you in our stores. Our store hours have changed. Most stores are open from 7 a.m. to 8:30 p.m., and our auto care services are closed until further notice. But please check your store page on Walmart.com for more details on your specific store hours. Due to a large demand in products, associates are unable to confirm product availability at this time. Please visit Walmart.com or the Walmart app to check in-store and online product availability. For pharmacy, press 1. For electronics, press 2. For pickup, press 3. For deli, press 4. To speak with an associate, press 0. To repeat this menu, press star.
I'm sorry, I didn't get that.
For pharmacy, press 1. For electronics, press 2. For pickup, press 3. For deli, press 4. To speak with an associate, press 0. To repeat this menu, press star.
I'm sorry, I didn't get that.
Electronics.
Yeah, hi. I was just calling. I had a couple questions. Do you guys have seeds in, or are you guys selling like planting seeds and things of that nature for gardening?
Give me a second, okay?
Now you're going to be on hold forever.
Hello?
Yeah, hi.
Yeah, we do. Yeah, just sorry, I just had to ask real quick, but yeah, we do.
Okay, so you guys have plenty of that stuff, and you're not, banning the sale of it or anything right now?
No, we do have that. We're selling that.
Okay. How many people are you allowing in the stores right now?
You mean as in a group or at a time? Because I think right now it's like 10 at a time, maybe, or around 10 or 15.
10 to 15 at a time, and that's all you're allowing in the store at once? Oh, wow.
Around there, yeah.
There's
a line. There's a line outside.
A line outside, and you're only allowing 10 to 15 people in the store at a time?
Around there. No, but it's like every 15 minutes.
Oh, so you guys are giving people 15 minutes to get them in?
Yeah.
Okay, are you escorting them around?
No, nobody's getting escorted around.
Okay, how long is the wait?
I'm not sure, to be honest.
Okay, now, are you guys allowing elderly people and people with disabilities to have their own time, or are they allowed to come in and freely shop amongst everybody else?
No, everyone's shopping freely. No one's being timed or anything like that. Once you're in, you're in.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Perfect. Okay.
Right.
What's the deal with? We've heard some of the Walmarts. We've heard Walmart has banned the sale for some reason, and we're just trying to understand why have some Walmarts banned the sale of seeds and some haven't?
I guess they just want people to come in and just shop for things they need. I don't know, but go right here in this Walmart, everything's being sold from TVs to, everything right here. So you don't have to worry about it here. I don't know the reason for it.
Well, how about guns? You guys sell guns and ammunition? Because I need some 12 gauge shotgun shells and stuff like that. Because I want to go hunting this weekend. Or how about ammo supplies? Are you guys still selling at your store?
They might have some. Do they sell ammo? Yeah. No. Oh, not for real guns? No. Not for real guns, just like pellets.
Oh, just pellets. Oh, my goodness. When did you guys start selling that? 'Cause I remember 5 years ago I came in there and I was able to buy. I mean, is that because of what's going on and everything? You guys just decided not to sell it?
Yeah, I would think so. Yeah.
I mean, well, I know. I don't think that's right, but is the virus thing? I mean, you guys got a line outside, and I don't want to wait. You said it was 15-minute wait time. I don't mind waiting 15 minutes, but is there like a line going around the parking lot? I just feel uncomfortable because, like, what happens if those will have the virus? Are we? Do we have to like stay 6 feet apart, like when we're standing in line? Is there somebody there making sure that happens?
Yeah. There's people outside, like at least 4 people outside.
Oh, okay. So there's 4 people outside making sure that nobody stands too close to me because I'm worried about the virus thing. You know, so because 6 feet, I know anything less than 6 feet, I could get exposed to the virus. That's what they're telling us anyway. So I want to make sure that you guys are making sure that we're exactly 6 feet apart. Are you doing that, please?
Yes, they are.
Oh, that's good. That's awesome. That's great. Because if I went like 5'9" closer to the next guy, I could get the virus. That's what I'm worried about. You know, I mean that's what they said on the TV. Yeah. I mean, so what happens though if the people move closer to me? Do you guys like make them go to the back of the line?
No, we're not. We can't. We're not. You could tell them yourself to back up at least 6 feet. That's about it. But this Walmart has. The Walmart you're calling has 2 floors, and I'm working on the 2nd floor, so I don't really know much about what's going on, like, downstairs.
Oh, well, I mean, sure, certainly you'd be worried. I mean, you don't want anyone coming in with the darn virus. I mean, that's what everybody's, like, scared about. I mean, it's like, do you really think this virus thing is real? I mean, come on. I mean, I'm, like, thinking about it, and I'm like, I don't think this thing's real. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, do you know anybody that's got it? I mean, I don't. That's for sure. I mean, I live in the community, and I'm like, I don't know anybody that's got it. You know?
Yeah, same here.
Yeah. All right. Well, hey, at least you're on the board. I mean, you're with me. You know what? I think I'll come to that Walmart. You're on the 2nd floor. You work in electronics, right? What kind of deals you got on flat screen TVs today?
Ooh, we have just the low prices. I don't know the deals though.
Oh, all right. Well, I just got to come in. Yeah. Well, as long as I come in there and everyone stays exactly 6 feet away from me, I'm just worried about, what they're saying on the news. I mean, you got to stay 6 feet apart, otherwise.
You'll be fine.
Hey, man, I appreciate it. Yeah, I think everybody will be fine. I agree with you. But is it busy in the store? I'm thinking about coming down there. Is it really busy? Is it busy or
no,
I don't want to stand in line forever. I'm not one of those types of people that like to stand in line. Oh, okay.
No, it's not busy.
All right.
You'll be fine.
All right, man. All right. Hey, well, thanks for your time, man. I appreciate it.
You're welcome. Thank you.
All right. All right. Take care, sir.
That dude was kind of hotboxing. I mean, he's not wrong.
What do you think about that one, huh? Tell me, folks, where's the debaters out there now? You just heard this employee that works at Walmart,
people
right?
At a time,
right?
I mean,
now tell me something. Do you really think? Now wait a second. Now, if we've got this virus out there, do you think with all this hoopla now that this guy who works at Walmart, he's putting a stop to it? I can hear the backlash now. Yeah, that's live, man. You can't deny that. You can't deny that. That guy didn't care. He didn't know where he was. He didn't care. He said, I work at electronics. Hey, what are you selling for a flat screen TV today? I don't know. Come on in and take a look.
I like what Hyde's, but he's smoking on company time. I respect that hustle.
Hey, who cares? I just work here.
Hey, we're getting people wanting us to call hospitals.
Oh, no.
We're not going to do that tonight.
Hospitals where? Hospitals where? Hospitals where? We know the hospitals are full of shit, too. We know that. Look, folks, this is the status of your republic right here. This is your status. Hey, the female that I had on from the Northwest there, Midwest, excuse me, there's a story here in Charlotte, North Carolina, where people were arrested, and we'll take your calls. We'll take more calls, okay? We'll take your calls, guys. I know there's a lot of trolls on the line here. I know you're there waiting. They were arrested. There were 50 people arrested. I want to get some information on that, in Charlotte, North Carolina, because they were protesting an abortion clinic. They were arrested because they weren't standing 6 feet apart. And I'm like, how? And that's where I wanted to get to. How do we know the 6 foot apart rule will help save us from the virus? you see where I'm getting at here?
That's just funny, and that's another part of the control. It's the control. It's all about the control.
It makes us look stupid. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It makes us look stupid, like complete jackasses. It really does. You know, you can't deny it. I mean, it's just it's totally insane. Insane. It's just totally insane. But all seriousness aside here, I want to find out about that. Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, go ahead.
Did you know that they're doing a complete overhaul of the judicial branch as we speak?
Well, they have to, don't they? Because, everything's going to get a reset. You know, and the thing of it is, see, most people why do you think you don't have court on Monday, folks? Right? What do you think those courthouses are? What, Walmart's open, but the courthouses aren't. Go figure that one out. Put 2 and 2 together, it don't equal 5, right? So, I mean, but I understand the impatience of a lot of people out there, and they don't really get it. And I don't want to be told to stay at my house either. But you know what? And the bottom line is, nobody really is.
Joe, here's another thing, and I'll send you the pictures later. Okay, the neighboring town next to me, that holds one of the schools in our district. Okay, so they blocked that off by a 9 by 6 radius of blocks. Okay, the only thing inside that barrier were electricians and technology vehicles and police officers.
Really?
Yes.
That's amazing. That's just ridiculous. That's ridiculous. But caller, also real quick, while I got you on the line here, tomorrow night we're doing a youth-based show. Youth show. Teenagers are going to be calling in. Okay, and that show there, I was kind of hoping a couple of these young guys would call in and promote their show here tonight and press 1 before we wrap up the show. Because tomorrow night we're going to have the youth on here, hopefully. And I'm going to be, doing the show, regulating the show. But I want them to pick their own topic, and I want them to contact me. Do you know any youth that would be interested in participating in tomorrow night's show? I'm going to say it's going to be tomorrow night, 7:30, I think. I don't know. It's going to be 7:30 or 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, I'm thinking. And we're going to have youth. We're going to have 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21-year-olds calling into the show, discussing what's on their minds and how they see the status of our republic and whatever topic they so choose. So what do you think about that?
I think that's great, Joe.
Yeah.
I know a couple of my kids would be very enthused to actually come on your show, and they're tweens right now. Okay. But I tell you what, they know a lot more than what some of these adults out here know.
Well, amen. You're absolutely correct, and that's what we need. That's what we need. We need some of them to call in tomorrow night. Hopefully, like I said, some of these youths will call in tonight and promote their show and connect with me. Press the number 1. Call in 657-383-0616. But before we do go here tonight and we do wrap up closing thoughts to the show here, I do want to touch upon this Charlotte incident here and try to find out I'm getting messages right now. Okay, yeah. Have them call in, man, and press 1. Okay, all right, I see the number. Okay, all right, I see it. Matter of fact, we got one right here, so in case something does happen where we don't get them. No, I don't see the number there. I don't see the number. I don't see that number calling in yet. So someone's messaging me right now. I do not see that number pressing 1. So I do see several private numbers, and I don't want to do that right now. So hang on here. 210. All right, I don't see that number. Okay, you got to remember, I'm looking at a call screen from like crazy 8 different hours. There we go. Okay, let me connect this individual. Go ahead. Just be one of the people on the show tomorrow night. Go ahead. 910. Thanks, Evan. Go ahead.
Joe, just getting on here, letting everybody know that tomorrow night we will be doing on this platform. We will be doing the youth movement. It's going to be Freedom's Future, the Young Front. We're going to be doing a little bit of a youth movement for people our age, people from the ages of 18 to the 30-ish range, trying to spread the word, open the eyes of our youth. We're going to be going over some news articles every week. As long as this continues to happen, we're going to be going over news articles every week to keep everybody caught up with what's going on. And it's not just going to be all political. We're going to let everybody know that. We're going to be finding, we'll take like maybe some funny articles we find, put some comedy in there, keep the younger people entertained. We'll be going over just times today, things like that, how we can, fix this rut that our age group has been put into, and how we can socially enhance ourselves and enhance our country with the future. Yeah, I mean, we can't let the country die because of our generation, and it's about time someone wakes them up. So myself and the main host Wyatt will be on there, and we'll be, we'll just be pushing for the youth to wake up, and we'll be on there tomorrow night. And I believe.
And if that's anything, brother, if that's anything right there as a statement, the youth out there understand social media better than me and a lot of us out there, because we're out there, connecting with family and friends, and we're talking, serious issues, but the youth out there know how to use social media 20, 30,000 times better than us. So if we can get the social media platforms out there to unite and come on here and give these young people a voice where they can talk to each other instead of talking to each other through numbers and letters on their dumb phones, then I'm going to tell you right now, we may be able to have a chance here at waking people up across the country, and who knows what that revolution could spark. As far as the time goes, brother, I would say, whatever time you so choose, you could pick it right now. Just tell us right now, what time?
I believe 8 p.m. Eastern time will work for us.
All right, 8 p.m. East. 8 p.m. East. All right. Yeah, 8 p.m. East.
Yes, sir.
So, I'm here in North Carolina, Greensboro, so 8 p.m. East, so that would be Central Time would be obviously 7, and then Mountain, go on to blah, 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 all the way down to the Pacific Time. Well, all right, so,
hey,
yeah, man,
Joe?
the youth show, we're going to be doing it. Yeah, go ahead, Chad.
Hey, we got a private caller. I just spoke with her on the green room, and, she has some things to say about 5G, and, I'd like to bring her on and let her give her bit. You good with that?
Yeah, that's cool. I'm good with that, but I want you to know the 5G thing also is very important because I've heard a lot of scenarios where the 5G thing is really rolling out to really. Yeah. There's another scenario out here about the real thing that's really supposed to be happening, and who knows what's happening. I don't know. I'm just talking. Just go ahead. Let's
this 5G
caller go ahead.
On.
Yeah.
Oh,
Caller,
okay. Finally, I'm
you are
unmuted.
online.
Okay. Yes, Honorable Joe Gibson, Angel Lady Love, listener, inspirer, friend, emissary. You're right about 5G. That several of the countries that had the most of this virus, remember, computers get what? Viruses. In Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, I forget which month again. It may have been each one of our last mayors. I can't remember definitively. But remember a more recent time that people that wanted to file papers with the city, they had to come in person because the computers had viruses. Can you dig it?
Yeah, go ahead.
Go ahead. Fact that this 5G. Pardon? Yeah,
I'm saying go ahead. Yeah, go ahead. Carry on. You got a couple minutes here. Go ahead. Talk to us about 5G. Go ahead.
5G. We don't want 5G. Add that to the fact that this lockdown, this is a lockdown on all of you because no one's been paying attention. They put people in prison. Jails are inhumane. And since I know you know the Bible, my highest commander, Isa Yeshua HaMashiach, Jesus Christ, approximately 2,000 years ago, was in a synagogue. He read from Isaiah 61, verse 1, and please, I hope someone will read it. They physically threw him out of the synagogue, but then they tried to rough him up and throw him off the cliff. He walked in their midst. He did an interdimension. I am saying that especially these Canaanite conquistadors, cursed be Canaan, they're in every race, creed, and color, and every religiosity, and the key here is they are doing interdimension. They are in violation to, in this country, when they come into our home, that violates number 4 of the top 10 amendments, which in the Constitution, which we also call the Bill of Rights. And no gun is going to stop them. In Pennsylvania, we have even the castle law. I've heard people say, oh, but I'll shoot them with my gun. And a lot of other things that these police are doing when they're supposed to be delivering some kind of I don't know what kind of papers do they deliver to people, and then all of a sudden some kind of shootout. All of this is staged, orchestrated, activated, presented. It's all for organ harvesting. In Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, especially starting in the 90s, they did an exchange program with the Ukraine, and the Ukraine cops came to Philly, and our cops went to Ukraine, and to especially study, I have the whole list, but especially study witness protection. That's when they fake their death and they're given a brand new name and everything else. More emphatically, what was also the telltale before George W. Bush started sending a lot of them were in the armed services reserves and sending them to head-on war, which they weren't supposed to do, but they did it anyway. And in those wars, especially William Jefferson Blythe Clinton did the Sandstorm and the Gulf War. Remember, what was it, Agent Orange or something? But more emphatically, all these people they were shooting were highly melanin enriched, and no one deprogrammed them when they came back. But before that happened, these police, many times their spouses or the police themselves would use their service gun and shoot and kill their spouse, or their spouse would shoot and kill them, and or the police, after he'd kill his spouse, he'd commit suicide. Last year, there were 2 killings like that in the police department here in Philadelphia, and I heard of one in New York where the cops shot his wife, then committed suicide. So they're starting that again. All of this is
what do you think, Angel Lady Love, real quick, may I ask you a question? What do you think about this youth program that I'm starting to bring on here? I'm trying to get the younger people to wake up to all this. What do you think about that? We're going to be starting that show tomorrow night. We're going to have the youth out there from across the country.
Because they're sitting in front of the computers. This is making them impatient. They want high speed. And when there's even more than one computer in the room, depending on the size, the ceiling height, most of them are in a concentrated room. All of that radiation is going in them. Please listen to the song by the Nightingale. Several people sing it. It's called It's Gonna Rain. And it goes on to say it won't be water but fire next time. That's in reference to, remember, Noah? And in that song, they say God showed Noah a rainbow sign that it won't be water but fire. Radiation is fire. And they intentionally are making them blind because many of them sit in front of the computer. They hold their computer in their hands. That raises the body temperature. All Wi-Fi, as I have it in writing, the international doctors have, that Wi-Fi causes sugar diabetes, or if you will, it increases the body temperature and it raises the glucose level. And for them to say that they're going to put this
Angel Lady Love, Angel Lady Love, you did call in late to the show. I want to give you one more minute, and I got to get to 6:04. Okay, go ahead. Take one more minute.
About what I'm trying to tell you, that this is the mark of the beast. We need to take control. We, the people, are the government, not our employees. I gave you the Declaration of Independence. You always read the Constitution. You all have your state's Constitution. You should call and get hard copies from Washington, D.C. All of these employees are in total violation of our rights. We're the employer, not our employees.
Lady Love, I have one question. Lady Love, I have one question. Okay.
Angel Lady Love, please. Thank you.
Angel Lady Love, my apologies, madam. What do you think about the militias, and where are the militias?
I don't know what you're talking about, because also with these people using interdimension, you cannot shoot them with your bullets. And all of the bullets for the past 4 centuries, for the most part, have had lead in them. Under MayoClinic.org, lead poisoning causes libido and mental instability. Did you watch
Terminator when you called in?
He was talking about Angel Lady Love. He was asking a question because we started out the show here tonight about the militia groups across the country that are underground, that are in the I guess you could say the wooded areas across the country, or even in the cities, that are your next door neighbors and whatnot, that are waiting to pounce on this corporation and take back and restore the republic. Have you ever heard of these people?
Well, we don't have to do it that way. And why make yourself more sick? Well, the key here is if they're using the lead bullets, Okay, I just told you. And across our nation in the 70s AD, our employees in Washington, D.C. passed laws that they were going to take the lead out of the fire hydrants, and they did not. All the way up to Canada, water hydrants have lead. Under MayoClinic.org, lead poisoning causes libido and mental instability for adults. It's making their children be born with autism and potential.
You're absolutely correct, Angel Love.
And if someone's walking interdimensional, you cannot see them to shoot them.
Well, because our enemies carry. Hang on, Angel Love. Because our enemies carry the gun. Our enemies carry tanks and guns, and we got to fight back with something other than butter knives. You know, I mean, like the Millicon says.
Conquistadors from the Incas, Aztecs, and Mayans. And the Santerias and the most of them. But what I've seen, just like El Chapo, he carried their children because they figured you won't shoot them if they have a child in their arms. And sometimes the child is so big, but they're a child, baby to them. And he's sitting in New York jail, and someone just was put in there with him just the other Friday. Now, his daughter bragged about being a trillionaire, so he doesn't have to worry about making phone calls like all of our children who are
You're absolutely correct, Angel. You're absolutely correct, Angel Lady Love. I know you have a wealth full of information here about 5G, and that's great what you touched upon there. But I do have
your home show last year that had the what was it called? The Legionnaire's disease from the hot water tub.
Legionnaires. You mean my son that has the skin rash?
No,
you're talking about
show.
the eczema.
It was a private home show that was in North Carolina. You and I talked about it. I heard it on the news.
It wasn't. I don't know anything about that show, but I was saying if you're talking about my child that has the eczema, eczema or whatever. Yeah.
I don't know anything about your child. I'm talking about the show that was in North Carolina. You and I talked about it then. But more emphatically, all I'm saying is that we're not reading, and we've been duped. Yeah. Our employees are not supposed to tell us
but how do we restore our republic then? But hang on, Angel Love. All right, Angel Love, hang on. I got to shut you down, Angel Love, because you're just talking over me. Okay, how do we restore our republic? That's what we're trying to get at here. I mean, if we're going to be talking about lead in the water and everything, that's not going to help us. Restore any type of system or get back to a lawful de jure system here in America. That's one of the main things that we are all concentrating on here. Now, if you're talking about something else here, I'd like to hear about it, but we can't do it at the last 10 minutes of the show. You know what I mean? 604, go ahead.
Hi, I'm Jill Gibson, 265 Random Drive, Stokesdale, North Carolina.
All right, there we go. We got jerk-offs there, right there. No, it's not 265, actually. It's 508, okay? And everyone, you want my address so bad. For God's sake, it's been in the chat room 35 freaking times. You can look it up. It's public information. Willow Pat Road. For God's sake, WIL_OPAT Road, Reedsville, North Carolina, 27320. There. Wow. Now you know where I live. Remember, I live down a one-way road. It's a long dirt road. One way in, one way out. Come on by anytime you want. All right? There you go. Now you got my address. God, it's public information. All you got to do is look up the tax records, for God's sake. Jesus. You think you did something, 604, by calling in? 604-978-3357. Do you really think you did something? God. Oh, my Lord. Oh, all right. All right.
It's been a great show tonight,
closing thoughts to the podcast. Yeah, we got a bunch of Looney Tunes in. We sure do. Anyway.
Absolutely.
All right. Closing thoughts to the show here. I know my friend from the Midwest there, she's probably got to go. Angel Lady Love, I'll give you some closing thoughts. We got 2 minutes apiece here with what we got left on the line here tonight. 2 minutes. Go ahead. 320. Go ahead. 2 minutes. Go ahead. Well, she might have muted herself. She was taking care of her children. Oh, there you go. All right, go ahead. You got 2 minutes. Go ahead.
Okay.
Talk to us. Give us some knowledge.
Let's go back to the militias for a second. I'll just let you know that if your true militias are out there, they are doing what we discussed months and months ago, Joe. They are creating a village. Okay? As far as the children, yes, they are installing 5G everywhere. That's a proven fact. As far as your children, just keep them in tune with what is reality for where we are at today. Do not expose them to the fake news. Educate them on common sense, common knowledge. Open your eyes. I mean, I know you're going to have a youth show tomorrow night with a bunch of teenagers through 30 years old. Great. My 11 and 12-year-old, they probably know 10 times more of what's really going on in the world today versus them. And
Well, that's what we want to find out. Well, that's what we'd like to find out. You need to bring them on. That would be awesome. I don't think they'll have any problem with 11 and 12-year-old that are intellectually capable of conversing with 18 and 22-year-olds. I think that'd be a good idea.
And yes, I will, Joe. I mean, you've talked to my boys many times. They're absolutely smart.
Well, yeah, they're very smart. Actually, everyone out there, I'll be honest with you, I have actually spoken to her children. They are very, very intelligent children. I do have to vouch for that. Yes, they are.
But
that's actually true for most kids.
It's not about opening up people's eyes anymore. If they can't see what's going on, I feel bad for them. Because if you have no knowledge of self-worth or common knowledge, common sense, I'm sorry, you're screwed.
Yeah, you're right.
And
you're
I
right.
yield.
I
yield.
Yeah, all right, thank you. Yeah, because I do got to get closing thoughts to everybody here to the show here. Go ahead, Angel Lady Love, real quick. Go ahead, real quick, because I know you got a lot to say. Go ahead.
We are people of the law in this country of the United States of America. I beg you to read the Declaration of Independence that uses my tenets. We're endowed by our Creator with certain unalienable rights. That means no one can take them away, cannot be given away, and cannot be separated. And among these, we are a Judeo-Christian Islamic nation. All of them, those religiosities, are on the same page right now. They're all looking for a Mahdi or Jesus is a prophet in Islam. But more emphatically, this 19 is the number. That's the number of the surah that they gave to Jesus' mama. And what year was it when they burned down the Chapel de Notre Dame? That was in honor of Jesus' wife, Mary Magdalene. That was his wedding of Cana in John chapter 2. And I can give more details. We are ascending. The children are seeing. This is why they took the Polaroid camera off and the 45 millimeter and took our analog TV off and forced us on digital, because we're ascending and things are being seen, but because many of us stay hallucinatory drugs and all of that, we miss it. But our children don't have anyone to communicate, and they're being nuked with all this radiation. And now more so in their homes, because they're forcing them to be on the computer for school, and the
all right,
feelings are
Angel
small.
Lady Love, thank you. Angel Lady Love, I do, because they're going to cut me off any second. You're absolutely right. That's what they do. They stand in front of this electricity and these waves and whatnot. 203, go ahead, because they're going to hang up on me any second. Go ahead, 203.
No, I'll
hello,
go for
Jessica.
somebody else. Go ahead.
All right, hello, Jessica. White Trash, World Wine. I call you. Two Beer Jessica. Typical Klansman or skinhead there, you know. All right. They love it, you know. Chad, go ahead.
Yes.
614.
Leroy, calm down.
Yeah, go ahead. 614. Go ahead. 614. Go ahead.
So, to summarize a lot of this discussion, what I would say to restoring the Republic, we have very little time to understand very basic concepts about what it was this Republic was founded on, and the ideas at the Tree of Liberty are fundamental rights that are being violated, and whether or not there is a price that the government can put on those rights, whether there is a certain amount of safety that should be authorized to withdraw our rights, or are they absolute? And those are the things that we don't seem to understand in this country anymore, and a vast, huge part of the population needs to be taught why it was that the founders believed that there were such things as inalienable rights. Inalienable means that you cannot infringe upon those rights for any reason imagined or otherwise. And when a population decides that there are reason to get rid of those rights, you are no longer a free people. A government servant may recommend to you certain restrictions for your safety, but they can never hold you at gunpoint without due process to revoke those rights. And until we understand that basic principle, we stand to lose everything it was that our founders created for us. And I don't see saving this republic any other way. We have to get a point where people understand those rights and what a right actually is. That is the basic level of our function right now. That has to be taught very quickly, and I don't believe we have a lot of time. And I'll go ahead and yield from there.
All right, thank you so much. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Chad, you want to give a minute here, and then I'll wrap up the show? Go ahead, because we do got a bunch of people here that do want to come on here, but I don't know if we'll entertain them. Go ahead, Chad.
I really don't have anything to say for the closing thoughts here, other than, if you're a militia out there, you're a militia commander or something, we want to hear from you, okay? We want to know what your thoughts are. We want to hear your great plans for the coming future. So, come on here, give us a minute or two of your time, and hopefully we can get to the bottom of what's going on with the modern militia today. Why aren't you doing more? That's all I have to say, Joe.
All right, thanks, Chad. I appreciate it. Well, the main militia groups that have been working underground for a long time, a lot of people wouldn't really fully understand, but I do agree with some people's frustrations as to why they're not have been informed. But I'll tell you what, for one that did spend 9.5 years in a prison, I would say it's very hard to trust people nowadays. And there were a lot of people years that have been snatched up and sold out. I mean, you can go all the way back to Ruby Ridge. That was the time point, my time frame in my life where it says where I started living by DTA. Don't trust anyone, And look, I've even got people within my own family that I can't trust. They don't see reason. When you can't reason with someone and you can't talk with someone and have some common ground for the betterment of your own community or family, then obviously, what the hell am I going to tell you what's going to happen 2 weeks from now or 3 weeks from now if it's that big and it's going to affect us globally or even as a sovereign country? You got to be very careful. Very, very hard to trust people nowadays, and we all know that. So with that, though, tomorrow night, the Youth Show, it's going to be a great show. Everybody, God bless. Take care. Restore the Republic. God bless the Republic.